Farrell on it again, deep one around the back, Quinn there's the Frenchman goal! It's Andrew Quinn, the underdogs bare their teeth and show their fight in this cup final. Drogheda United strike first.
Welcome to the We Are the Drogs podcast, a Drogheda United fans podcast, proudly sponsored by the Coffee Box.
Hello, welcome to the We Are the Drogs podcast, episode number 10, season 2, and I'm joined by the lads as usual. Owen and Richie, how are we, gentlemen?
Oh, good, lads.
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah. Where do we start? Pat's game Friday night. Yeah, you were both there. I had to watch it. I watched some of it live, and then I just got really pissed off at that and went to the pub and had more points and decided I wasn't going to watch the rest of it. Yeah, disastrous start, boys.
Yeah, big time, yeah. And it was just one of them games, lads, wasn't it? It's like, I don't know, like, you know, you don't mind losing, like, you know what I mean? You lose football games, that's part of football, but it was the way, it was the whole body language, wasn't it?
Actually, conceding the first minute, we never really even gave ourselves a chance. Like,
no, it's just, I don't know about you lads, but I can notice the whole body language of them. You know, there's something just not right there at the minute.
It couldn't happen when teams are on bad runs and that. Like, what, we haven't won in about 8 or 9 games.
It can on, but is there any excuse for not trying? Like, it just looks like they're just going through the motions.
I don't know, I wouldn't say they're not trying, it's just everything's going wrong at the minute.
Everything. Yeah, absolutely everything. Yeah. Look, I know it's probably been a bit harsh saying they're not trying. That probably is a bit unfair on them, but it's just that whole feeling around it at the minute. It just, as you said, nothing is going right, nothing's going our way at all.
Yeah, but like, it's fucking chicken and egg situation here, lads. Like, I mean, we've been saying this now. We're going on 10 games without a win, if you want to include the Bray last night. I mean, 10 games without a win, we're in trouble. And as you've been saying this for a while, Richie, now about, you know, body language and things don't look good on the pitch and all that. Like, you know, is it, as I said, is a chicken and egg situation? Are we losing games because there's a problem in the squad? You know what I mean? Is there something deeper, a deep lying issue going on with the boys, or is there something going on behind the scenes, is what I'm trying to say, or are the heads dropping, as you're saying, on things are just bad luck, things aren't going our way, you're going to end up arguing and fighting on the pitch, but it just doesn't, it doesn't look right either way. I don't know what it is, and I know you don't either, but that's what we're here to do, is just surmise and you know, talk about this shit, but who knows what's going on, but there's something going on.
Now look, it could be a way off the mark, you know what I mean? Like, we could be just miles off it. Maybe people were just not playing well, and that's just football, isn't it? But it's just, you just look at these players, and they're so much better. These players are so much better than what they're doing at the minute. It's just very frustrating watching them. So
yeah, so it's people do that, you know, like last year we probably overachieved and we're slightly underachieving this year. I think anyway.
Well, yeah, we're very much underachieving. Yeah, these players are capable of more on. There's so much more.
So we've seen it in some games, but we just haven't been able to see it out or get wins. Like, we're turning wins into draws and losses.
Yeah.
We're not like kind of turning games around, like we're going over 2-0 up against Galway, we lose 3-2. Just throwing games away, like. Then you get the odd game where I actually think that they play alright, like they played like the second half against Derry, kind of were alright. Bows and Rovers at home were 2 good defensive performances, and then the next game they throw in a real shocker of a defensive performance. Like, it's just strange, like.
It's so up and down, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not even just all down. It's like, there's some ups and downs. It's strange.
Would you reckon the players are pissed off with that? Would you say it's, like, you know what I mean? Are they getting annoyed with each other? Are they getting fucking fed up of the style of play? Are they, like, I don't know. you just don't know what's going on in players' heads, so you don't.
Well, geez, I'm sure they're frustrated with how it's going, alright, because it doesn't reflect well on them.
How do you mean getting annoyed with the style of play, Richie? You mean the formation and playing 5 at the back, and you think players want to play in a different way? And I know we did revert to 4 at the back there over the last few weeks at one point. Like,
Yeah.
you know, is that what you mean?
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe, look, I don't know, like as I said, we're just here to chat about it, but maybe they want to play a little bit more advanced up the pitch a little bit more, you know? Because the second half the other night, and I know, Owen, you've said it already, passed up the foot off the pedal the other night, but we were so much better in the back 4. Like, we actually played on the front foot the other night. We took the second half to them. And I know now, look, and I know it means nothing, but we actually won that second half 1-0 the other night.
Yeah.
You know, and I just seen such good positive signs from that back 4 and playing up the pitch a lot higher. Like, I'm wondering then, do the players want to do
that? I don't know. I like, my head was wrecked after watching that the other night because I was away for a few days, and you sort of a bit of time, sat around and reading reviews in the papers and sort of looking at the comments online and all that, and you're just kind of wondering, like, it's been, as I said, it's 10 games now without a win. Something has to change. Kevin does not know his best 11, and that's a fact. Like, I know we had a reasonably settled side coming into the games, and we thought, we're going to end up playing Ethan O'Brien and Godden and Kavanagh in the middle. And then, you get an injury to O'Brien and he's out. I don't think it's long term. I think he might be back quicker than we might have thought. But I don't know, man. We just don't seem to fucking have settled on an 11, and there's players coming in and coming out, and there's other players that, I know we all talk about all this, on WhatsApp and all that. There's other players on the bench that you just don't get a look, and you're never going to see them. And it's frustrating. And I know it's a squad game, and I know Kevin always says it. And last year I was giving out about him personally, and the year before saying he doesn't make any subs. And then, this year you're thinking we've a reasonably good bench. I think we'll probably have a weaker 11 maybe this year than we did last year, but we seem to have a better bench. But personally, I don't know whether we're any stronger this year as we finished last year with Dougie and what's his face, Thomas and all them kind of players. You know what I mean? I know we've lost them. With Owen Lamb missing, I think, is a massive fucking huge miss. I don't think we realised how good he was. I know we sang his praises and all that, but I don't think we realised how much we were going to miss him when bringing Agbaje in. Had high hopes for him. I still don't know about him. I don't know. This season as well, as a whole, we talked about it ad nauseum, like it's getting really boring. I don't want to talk about all those things ever again, but it's just been a complete and utter shit show up to this point. We can't get any run on anything. Do you know what I mean? There's no consistency there. There's injuries have started popping up. We're getting bet off the pitch left, right and centre. There's loads of murmurings going on about certain players, and you know what I mean? It's a disaster. There's a horrible atmosphere around everything at the moment.
Yeah, I know. It's, as you said, Owen, it's amazing when you are losing a few games, isn't it? How everything goes against you. Or is that just everybody highlighting everything like we are? But it does feel that way, doesn't it? That everything's just going against us.
It does. Like even the decision that we're not allowed to go to Tolka Park on Friday. Yeah. It feels like the ban's been extended, basically.
It does.
Shit like that is but there is stuff on the pitch as well. Like, I thought we should have had a penalty on Friday night. Darry Kareem got taken out off the ball inside the box. Blatant, and I seen on the replay straight away. Nothing done about it. Just every decision seems to be going against us. So it just doesn't help. And injuries as well. Like, Greg, you said he doesn't know his best 11. Hasn't had it that many times to pick from it either. With the injuries we've had, like Mark Doyle's a bit of a knock. As far as I know, he's back Friday. Yeah, you say Ethan O'Brien was, I think, a few weeks out maybe. So He's probably got a couple of weeks into that. So, it's just everything's going to happen and going wrong for us at the moment.
I don't know, Owen. I tend to disagree. I think if we had how many players we have in that squad, 24, 25 players, I still don't know whether Kevin could just walk in there and pick his best 11 and go, right, lads. I know it's horses for courses and all that as well. If you're playing at home against Rovers, you're going to start a different side as you are, say, away to Bows, or you know what I mean. You're going to pick players for certain games, and that's fair enough. But I still don't feel like we've kind of settled on exactly what the team should be. I felt like we were kind of doing that, and then I said O'Brien was taken out of the mix, and you're kind of piecemealing the team together then. But I don't know. Just going back to what you're saying there, it's just like you make your own look in football as well. We know that, and I know 2 years ago we were in a similar probably position to we are now. Like we just weren't winning games and things were going wrong. Then he brought in a couple of bodies and a couple of players coming back from injury, and then things start to turn. So fingers crossed that's the way this goes, because at the moment the way I'm thinking is I'd take a second playoff.
Yeah, and like the last time we were in the playoff position, we were down and won the cup as well. So there's a positive. But
I'll take that again. Yeah,
absolutely take that. But just come back on like the five at the back. Like, and I'm definitely not knocking Doherty out of style, because we did get great success from the lads. Like, you can't deny it. Right, it wasn't the prettiest football in the world to watch, but we got great success out of that. And I can understand Doherty finding it hard to break away from it. I really can. But I think he has a squad of players there now, a better squad of players, that we can be a little bit more adventurous and like go at it. You know what I mean? Like, I'd really love to see us play a 4-3-3. I definitely think we have the playoffs for that.
Would you not agree though? Like, we've been found out.
Yeah,
we're just it's not a surprise anymore. Everyone knows exactly how we are going to set up, and we don't vary it enough.
No, we don't mix it up. And I think what teams are coming now, I think most team tactics now are say any ball in the box, you have to just compete with Drogheda, compete them, win them battles, and then we'll play our football out around the middle of the pitch and we beat them. But once, like, the number one aim is just don't lose your headers in the box against Drogheda. And teams are doing that. Like, I think they have found us out.
Yeah, and the frustrating thing is that we're not doing what we're good at. We know what we're good at. We've watched it like countless times. We've discussed it on this podcast about how good we were at winning the second ball and competing. Yeah. Second ball, third ball, the press, putting teams under serious pressure, and then just being like a fucking man mountain in the back five, back three, whatever. 3 centre halves and nothing's getting by them. We are leaking. We're like a fucking sieve at the minute. It's that bad. And it's probably a good time to talk about the actual game the other night. But, like, I mean, right, Keenan's first goal, it was Keeley, I think, that was kind of getting close to him. Didn't get close enough to him, didn't do enough. He turns. It's a worldly of a shot, I'll give him that. Tally's in nets because Dennison is dropped. That's an odd one as well. I know 1 or 2 people were saying Dennison was being a bit shaky and should he be dropped or should he not be dropped. But was that the game to do that? And I don't know, lads.
It was Bulger, by the way, not Keeley.
Oh, Bulger, right. Sorry, Bulger. Okay, apologies, Keeley. It was Bulger, right. Yeah, it was.
We get on to Keeley in a minute.
Yeah, we will, yeah. I actually had it written down. I'm sorry, it was Bulger, yeah. But, did Bulger do enough in that situation there? Not for me, he didn't.
Yeah, and like that's what we're probably built on, isn't it? That sort of closing down, don't give up any chances.
Big time.
Yeah, I suppose it's not that he wasn't mad tight on him, but he wasn't a million miles away from me either. I say he's probably worried if he goes right up close and he hits the deck, the ref's blown for a penalty or a free kick. But it was a worldly of a shot, like, in fairness, like, from a tight angle, he literally had to turn and shoot real quick, so wouldn't blame the keeper for that one at all either.
No, he put it in top bins, didn't he?
Yeah.
But it was so frustrating because it was 37 seconds into the game, lads.
Yeah.
It was 37 seconds because I was texting, like, you know what I mean, like, Martin wasn't at the game and he was texting me, like, he goes, what happened? Raptors conceding after a minute. I said, actually it was 37 seconds. It wasn't even a minute. You know, and it's just not like us, and that's our game plan out the window then, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's gone. And as you said, Greg, so we probably can't mix it up then. We can't change.
But right, all right. Let's discount that, right? Because freak things like that happen, right? You cough up a goal within the first minute. That, like, right? There was probably not enough done to try and stop him from getting the shot off, but it was an absolutely brilliant goal, and I don't think there's much the keeper could have done. But then let's move on to the second goal. I mean, Jesus wet, lads. Like, it's just poor.
It was poor, and there's no getting away from it. There's no sugarcoating it. And look, I'm sure, like, it was Keeley, wasn't it, mislaid the pass?
Keeley passed it straight to a Pats player, and then the ball ended up deflecting off Keeley for the goal.
Yeah. Now, look, there's
Completely
probably
down to him.
oh yeah, and there's probably nobody more than him now beating himself up over it. Like, you know, it's definitely not like him. But that's just going back to the bloody bad luck we're having, because when did Keeley ever do that?
But
He's so reliable.
Is he? I know he is normally, but lately he hasn't been. I don't think he's been playing great.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think that's the whole back five. I just don't think that's him individually. I think that's the whole unit back there with Dennison as well. So I think they all can take the blame from that. Look, I've never seen Keeley mislay a pass like that. Just, you know, was just, and then to deflect off him, like, Jesus, you couldn't make it up, lads.
Yeah, like, you're trying to cross the ball, and that's another example of when things aren't going right for you. Shit like that happens.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, look, as I said already here before, the standards that man has set for himself and the team, he's definitely not at it at the minute. And it's not only him, boys, it's the whole back five. We spoke with this already. And Dennison. So that's 6 players out of your 11 who are just, to me, not performing.
I don't look, again, I'm not, you can say it's the whole back five. To me, the 3 centre halves, and obviously Dennison, because we spoke about him and he's been dropped, but the 3 centre halves haven't been up to it. Quinn hasn't been up to it.
No.
Bulger, since he came back in, I don't know. He just, something doesn't look right there either. And then Keeley, for me, as you said, you know, he set himself some serious standards and he's way below the standards, without a doubt. And he doesn't look happy. He just does. He looks really pissed off. And he's constantly having an argument and having a go at everybody else around him and all that, while he himself isn't, you know, he's not tearing up the place either. It's not, it doesn't look good.
No, it doesn't. And you can see why they're probably having little rows with themselves with the pitch and that, because they have set that high standards and they are built on keeping clean sheets, them lads. And when we're just leaking goals so easily, I'd say they're just shit to pull their hair out at the minute. You know, it has to be so frustrating for them, so annoying. And like, I like to see that. I like to see them pissed off. You want to see them pissed off.
Yeah, you don't want them just shrugging their shoulders and going, well, like.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
That means you don't give a fuck, like.
Yeah. So, yeah, well, we're just going back to last year, aren't we? Like, the way we were set up last season. We just never give up chances. We didn't concede goals like we are now.
Yeah. It's,
you know.
Go on, sorry, you're going to say?
No, I was saying, I know what's annoying is that we've had some clean sheets in the middle of that as well. Like, it's weird. Like,
Bows and rows.
Yes, and another one as well, had we? Waterford.
No,
yeah, home to Waterford, yeah.
Home to Waterford, was it?
Yeah, clean sheet in Galway as well.
Oh, sorry, we bet Water for 2-0 and it was a clean sheet. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
I bet Galway clean sheet and then we had the 2-0 nils. So there's some of the games like defensively were fine, and then the others it just completely falls apart.
Yeah, and like why is that happening? It's so hard to put your finger on it.
Yeah, like I can't pinpoint anything out particularly. Like,
No.
our lads just kind of switching off. Like obviously Keely switched off when he played the ball into your man, but yeah, it's just really fucking frustrating because you know the lads can do better than that. Like,
And that's the whole point. Like, these are quality players. These are probably some of the best centre halves in the league. Like, Keely's up there with the best centre half in the league, in my opinion. You see in the stat the other day. Did you see that the other day? 111 clearances.
Yeah, I said that on to you, and I was just saying, just shows you how much fucking pressure we are under, though.
Yeah, well, he's a serious talent, he is, you know what I mean? But he's not at the standard, and I'm sure he knows that himself. Like, he doesn't need us to tell him.
No.
I'm sure he knows himself. But you can just see the whole frustration in around the team, can't you?
Yeah, you really can. And look, not to pile on Keely even more and make this into the Keely show, but he didn't do great for the third goal either. Like, you know, Crowley said it in the commentary that the time and space that we gave Keane Levy is absolutely criminal. Like, he's one of the best players in the league, and he just didn't. Keely, he didn't get tight to him, and then he sort of turned his back when the shot came in, and again, you know, you're like that's not something he would have done last year. He would have got a foot out. He would have got a block in. He would have got, you know, I know you have to be really, really wary around Keane Levy because he'll put the ball through your legs, or he'll put the ball ahead and he'll make a fool out of you. But, you know, again, it was poor. We're just giving him way too much respect. I think players were afraid of their lives to put a tackle in and throw a leg in case he'd go over and it'd be, you know, free kick on the edge of the area or a penalty or whatever it would be. But it's just not good enough. You just can't give the likes of him that kind of time and space. Like,
no, and does all this just come down to the confidence thing? Is this just a lack of confidence at the minute within the team?
Feels that way to me. Definitely.
Yeah, well,
definitely.
With this fear factor, isn't it? Like, we know we're going to concede.
Yeah.
You know, but it's something they have to get out fairly quickly, lads.
Yeah, I think we just need to get a dirty win, even playing badly and getting a win or something, just to lift the heads a bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Like, I know, obviously, we'll get to the game, but, you know, going away now to Shells on Friday, like, I'm fearful of it. And you'd just take anything, as you said, a dirty win, it'd be fucking unbelievable. Like, I don't care how badly we play, or even a draw at this point in the game. But look, we'll get to that game in a while. But just, you know, half chances that we did have. I know Kavanagh had an effort, not a great effort. I think it was his weaker foot maybe, and there was two players either side of him when you look back in the highlights, like Bajay to his right and Alua to his left, and Alua to me looked like a good option because he was completely fucking unmarked. There was no one anywhere near him, and, you know, not again nitpicking here, like, you know what I mean, but what could have been, it was a half decent chance, and then we make those changes as you said. So changes wise, I know we brought on Kieran Cruz, Ryan Brennan, and Darry at half time, and then we went to four at the back, did we?
Mm.
Right. Who did he take off from the back three?
He took off Connor Kane, didn't he, and Bulger, wasn't it?
Yeah, Bulger, Kane, yeah.
And put Cruz in
Shane Farrell.
back four.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we end up with Keely and Quinn, two centre halves, Baji and Cruiser, two full backs. And I actually thought the four of them were really good.
Okay, and he took off Shane Farrell at half time and brought on Ryan Brennan.
Yeah.
And who did he take off up top?
So he took off. So Cruz, Brennan, and
Barry
Kareem came on.
Yeah.
Kane, Bulger, Farrell went off.
Kane, Bulger, and Farrell. Right. Okay. Yeah. I get you.
So we end up with Ryan in the middle with Godden and Kavanagh.
Yes.
then with Warren and
Lua and Derry.
Derry. To me going forward, we have to play Derry as the number 9. I think we need that big striker number 9 up front.
I thought he done well when he came on. He caused Pats a lot of problems.
He did.
And I know someone mentioned last night they were talking to James Brown after the game, and he said he was complimentary about Derry and said he's really, really strong. Like,
that's right.
He's hard to play again.
It was Enda, wasn't it? Enda was talking to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he's such a powerful player.
Right, but lads, again, where has this come from? Like, Derry did get a bit of a look in, and then he didn't get a look in for weeks and weeks and weeks. You're not seeing any of him. Then he comes on at half-time when we're 3-0 down, and everyone's singing his praises. Why isn't he starting games then if he's playing that well, or he's capable of playing that well? Or, like, I didn't hear anyone really saying these kind of things about Derry before.
Look, I suppose what I'm trying to say, I still don't think he's ready. I still don't think he is our answer. Well,
he's not finished article, I don't think.
No, but we have to get him into the team. The only way he's going to get to finished article is by being in the team and playing regular.
Yeah.
And I think he's the only striker we have. I think he's the only number 9 we have in the squad. To me, Warren is better out wide. I think Doyle is better out wide. And Lou is better out wide. Yeah. So go with your 3 up front. Derry's your target man. Win headers, win tackles, hold the ball up. He's well able to do that. Give him a run of games. Play Warren off him, play Doyle off him, play Allure off him.
Yeah.
I just think we've got better players to play that position. If you know what I mean, we've got a lot of wide players who are playing as a number 9. I think you get the best. Yeah. I think Derry's the only one that can play as a number 9.
Okay, and obviously you two seen the whole lot of the game. Like, what was his performance like? Was he doing exactly that? Was he playing with his back to goal, like keep winning the ball, holding the ball up, bringing the wide players into the play? Did he have any shots? Or do you know what I mean? What was the crack?
Yeah, he was definitely physical, wasn't he? Owen? He put himself about.
He was, yeah. Like he was getting a lot of fouls blown up against him, but a lot of them were harsh. Like I thought, like he was actually the one getting fouled. But yeah, he was kind of, as you said, like a target man. He holds the ball up well. He's strong. He's hard to kind of get around and stuff. So
yeah.
And were we playing a lot of high balls into him, or balls to feet, or what?
I thought we were playing a bit of both.
Yeah, a bit of a mix.
Yeah. And I just think then you're getting the best out of Warren and Allure as well out wide, or Doyle, whoever's going to play there. I think them players are more suited to play in the front 3 as that wide player in the front 3.
Yeah, I'd agree 100%.
And like, let's be honest, like we sort of do play a lot of balls high, don't we? Like sort of kick a lot of balls long. Like there's no better man than Darry to chase them bloody down and try and hold it. Now, look, I still don't think he's the finished article, like, but give him a run of games. Like, you'd be surprised what 4 or 5 matches you know what I mean, would do for the lad.
Couple of goals.
Yeah, you'd be just so surprised, you know. Like, he's proven he can score goals. He scored against Galway, he was the last year on Shells.
Yeah, he's got a couple, yeah.
You know, he's
against Derry as well.
Derry as well, he's definitely capable. But then we're going back to this again, will Doherty change to a 4-3-3?
Yeah, I can't see it, to be honest. Starting a game with a 4-3-3, I don't know, and I don't think he's going to do it away in Tolka Park on Friday night. I think he's cautious. He's very cautious, Richie. I think he's going to go there and 5 at the back and just take this handy and see how long we can get through this game without conceding. I just feel like if he goes gung-ho and changes it and we concede early, we could fucking collapse like a house of cards.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden people are fucking giving out why they go to a 4-3-3 and why didn't they stick with a 5? Yeah. So it's a fucking yeah. But like the back 5 is conceding goals.
Yeah, it's not working.
It's not working. You know what I mean? You usually play a back 5 to try and keep things tight, don't concede, don't give up chances. So we're doing all that. Like,
I think
it's not working.
I know, the fucking cliche, it's the definition of insanity to, keep doing the same thing when it's not working, and we have to change fucking something. Because we can't go on losing games and not winning games, because we're going to end up in deeper shit than we're in at the minute. We're just lucky that Waterford are so bad as well. And as you've been saying for ages, like that game was a serious 6-pointer with Waterford, and now the powers that be have decided to play that game on a Monday night, which means we're still not going to have any fans at it, which is another bloody nightmare. That's a disgrace, lads. We never really talked about that we were banned from Tolka on Friday night. The fucking FAI can fuck themselves. That's desperate.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
No, we're just being shit on, aren't we?
We have been shit on from a great height, and I know, again, privately in a lot of the message groups and all that, people are going absolutely bananas about it and saying if it was a Dublin club it wouldn't happen, but it fucking wouldn't. Because we can all pick out countless examples of flares being thrown at players, thrown on pitches, and nothing like the punishment was meted out that has been meted out to us, and it's just wrong.
Yeah.
It's ruined completely.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, it should have been last night, shouldn't it? Like, last night should have been the last game.
It's not. It's Leinster Senior League control, isn't it? Out of their hands completely, isn't it?
Yeah, they're a branch of the FAI though, like.
Yeah, they are. True. Yeah.
And as you said, Owen, on one of the groups, they didn't specifically say which matches, just said the next 4 away.
Yeah.
So technically last night was the last away one.
You can get banned from like your next competitive game.
Yeah.
Which could be a cup or a league game, but yeah. It's just so frustrating. And I'm sure Shells are pissed off as well, because we probably would have sold a few hundred tickets for that. Away,
500. We would have sold it.
So they're losing out on money. I had the bus nearly full. So the local bus driver company is now going to lose out on probably 600 odd quid. A lot of people missing out.
Shells are losing out at 500 multiplied by 20. I know it's less than that because you've got kids' tickets and that mixed in, but that's an awful lot of money. That's thousands.
Yeah.
There's no doubt we would have sold that out. People are gagging to go to an away game. She used to went to Bray last night.
Yeah.
Fucking lunatic.
It was good night out, wasn't it, Owen?
Well, it was enjoyable, yeah. Enjoyed the game.
It was enjoyable. Yeah, down by the seaside.
Yeah. Fucking Bray's nice. Don't get me wrong. We'll get to the Bray game, but look, all right. I suppose on a reasonably positive note, we changed it up in the second half. You know, you can say, oh yeah, Pats took the foot off the gas, which they undoubtedly did because they were 3-0 up. But we were the better side in the second half. We showed a lot of positivity. Some players coming on, as we said, Darry coming on, did really well. Blah 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 blah. It's not good enough. It's too little, too late, and we need to fucking seriously get our finger out and just start tightening things up, because that's our biggest problem is in the defence. I think we all know that.
Yeah, well, as you said, like, it is dangerous trying to change things up when you're on such a bad run of form, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, it's, you know what I mean? You're like, what the fuck do you do? But if it was me there and I was in control of it, I'd be going a 4-3-3.
He won't do it. No way.
Yeah, I was just looking at the back four as well, like I already said, I thought the four of them looked very comfortable together. Like, are we the only team in the league that plays a back five?
No.
Rovers do, but their wing backs are always pushed up higher than ours.
Yeah, they play in the halfway line.
Yeah, they're nearly, you wouldn't really call it a back five, like it's...
No. Yeah, and I know Pats did the other night, but I think Pats just did that to match us Friday night. I don't think Pats don't usually go with with 3 centre halves.
Somebody else did it against us this year, and I can't remember who. Somebody else definitely, whether they started with a back five or went to it during the game, I'm not sure, I can't remember. But somebody else definitely did it, because I heard it was being picked up on by some of the pundits. Could have been on the LOI Weekly or somebody else definitely did it. Could have been Derry. Don't don't know. I can't remember, but I think we're the only team sort of synonymous with the whole back three centre halves. That's the draw away, like.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, look, I think you're right, Graves. I think he will stick with it.
Mm.
You know, but look, it has worked. Like as I said already, we've had success from it.
Just not getting much success from it at the minute.
No, and will it change is the thing.
Mm.
So it's a tricky one.
Yeah, look, yeah, right. Positives aside, on Friday night, yeah, as I said, you know, we still lost the game. We lost the 3-1. Everyone's saying, yeah, definitely. Pats did take the foot off the gas. Possession wise, whether you care about that or not, it was 45 to us, 55 to them. Like on another night, you'd be going, that's fairly decent against a team like Pats because they're really good at retaining the ball and they do have a lot of possession of the football. So, you know, maybe that's, if we want to look at a positive, maybe that's one. But, we'll move on, I suppose, to Bray last night, Leinster Senior Cup. We lost, was it 6-5 on penalties at the end? What was the crack? We started a lot of our under 20s.
Yeah, I think it was only Ryan started, Shane Farrer started, and Darry started.
Okay.
Bulger as well. Cruz.
Bulger and Cruz, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, well, I suppose Cruz has been really in the team, and it has Darry, so
yeah.
You'd
All
probably
right.
lay the class. Yeah, all right, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I tell you, there's some good lads in that under 20 team.
Yeah.
Very, very, very impressive. So I was with them.
Anyone in particular?
Well, Theo Hennessy and that's absolutely brilliant, wasn't he, Owen?
Yeah, he made a good few good saves. His kicking was good as well.
Yeah, he's only 18.
Yeah, he's been with us a couple of years, but a lot of these lads are playing for the 20s are still only 18. Like, like Hennessy, I was looking at the list here. Hennessy's 18. Cian O'Connor, who he came on Friday night against Pats.
Yeah.
And he scored last night. He's only 17. He looks good. He looks to have a bit of like he's quite small, but he's very skillful and he's quick thinking on the ball.
He sort of slows the game down when he has the ball, and then he sort of glides by his man, doesn't he?
Yeah, he run me a little bit about Markey the way he plays.
I was just going to say it. I was thinking that today. He could be very like Markey. He could.
Is that his position?
He does well as well on the volley.
I don't think he's a number 10, though, is he?
I'm not sure. He was playing up front, but he could probably play in a couple of different positions. Like he could play a bit like Warren David, so he could play in some different roles.
Okay.
Yeah, but he is. He's very clever player. You could just see the way you're sucking lads in, and he just sort of knock it by them, and he'd be gone. You know.
He took his goal very well. I've seen the clip of it today.
Yeah, good goal. Yeah, good goal.
And here, lads, like, I mean, obviously, it's hard to judge a player when you're playing first division opposition. And did Bray have a strong team out? I don't know whether you're familiar with Bray's strong team or not, but did they have a decent 11, do you reckon?
Yeah, they had your man Billy O'Neill was playing.
Yeah, they played the whole game.
He played the whole game, missed the penalty in normal time, and then missed in the shootout as well. But yeah, sure, he's on his way to Bristol City in the summer.
That's right.
There's a couple of other lads that are kind of regularly playing. Tyreek Sammy up front. Connor Knight, I think, he plays regularly. He's Jason Knight's brother.
Yeah.
Right. There was a few. Man, Ferrijoy, who normally plays him, he came on. So actually, just looking at the bench there, Stephen McGuinness, our old keeper, was on the bench.
All right.
I didn't realise that last night. But it was a fairly strong Bray team. Like, some of them were units as well, some of the lads playing for them.
Yeah, they were very physical, weren't they?
Yeah, they were. The referee he was very whistle happy, like.
Yeah.
Fucking five yellow cards for Drogheda.
Yeah, and it wasn't even that, like, I can't really think of many bad challenges coming in from our lads, like.
Right.
No.
One or
But,
two, like the player for running through as a game, you'd probably give a yellow for that, but some of them were harsh. Your man Callum Donnelly, he played centre back.
he was good.
He looked good, yeah. He looked very good. Like, he's strong. Won a lot of headers and that.
Centre back for Bray or for Drogheda?
For us,
For us, right. All right. I don't know him.
yeah. And Jamie Brennan as well. He's a left-footed centre back. He played a couple of games pre-season for the first team as well.
Yes. Yeah.
He's only 17.
Yeah.
He looks decent, like.
And was it like? I mean, what was the crack with the game? Who had the better of it? Like Drugs or Bray, or was it an even Stevens type of thing?
It's fairly close enough, man. Probably Bray had probably the better chances on, I'd say, didn't he? With Theo making a lot of saves.
Yeah, so Theo made more saves than their keeper did.
Yeah. No, but they definitely, definitely Drogheda had good spells in the game. Now, I thought Kieran Cruz was very good.
He was, yeah. Very good.
He was very good. And and in fairness, he's only a young lad himself, but he was, just watch him when you're at games like that, you can nearly hear everything on the pitch.
Yeah.
And he was very good with the younger lads that was younger than him. You know, he was very encouraging and helping them out and that, you know, so I was very impressed with him last night. He's actually not far away, lads, from the first team, starting every week.
Instead of Conor
Yeah,
Payne?
I agree with that, yeah.
He's definitely knocking on the door. He has to be. Because he's so physical, isn't he? He's so strong in the tackle, he's physical, he's fit, he's bags of energy. I'd say I actually think Conor Kane's playing well at the minute out of the back five. He's probably the only one, and he's probably playing that well because he knows Kieran Cruz is knocking on the door.
Would you personally leave Kane out of the team, Owen?
I don't know. There's probably I actually think if you've done the 4-3-3, I think Cruz will do a job left wing. I think.
Or would you even put Cruz in for Abaji?
He could do that, yeah. I'm not sure how good his right foot is, but see how, yeah. You'd have him cutting inside, whipping balls in with his left, which would be dangerous because I think he's a better crosser of ball than Kane. Not to say that Kane's terrible, I just think Cruz is better.
Right. Interesting. Just to go back to Agbaje, how was his overall the other night against Pats? Was he his usual inconsistent self?
He didn't do a whole pile wrong, did he?
Yeah, he was fine. Like nothing stood out as him. He wasn't the main problem in the back line anyway.
Right.
No, I definitely think there's so much more there though from him. So much more.
Yeah, he shows glimpses, doesn't he? Of you just think this guy could be just class, but he's young and hasn't played that many games and not making excuses. But you know, he's not going to fucking set the wall alight straight away, like.
No, and as we did say, he has big boots to fill there in Old Lamley. I mean, so we're all probably judging him off that.
Yeah.
You know, but no, there's definitely just a player there, and he's just probably not helping the team, not playing well either at the minute. I mean, you know,
we've had some top fucking ballers in and around our area, pitch with feckin' pitch.We and Lamb, and you know the standards are set very, very high, so it's tough on him coming in now.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But he was okay. He said he didn't do anything wrong, didn't do probably the whole pile right either. He was probably just
average.
Yeah, as I said, a lot of them just going through the motions of the game, especially the first half. But look, we'll not go over old ground.
Am I right in saying did Cruz miss a penalty then last night? Yeah,
he did.
Hit the bar, yeah.
He hit the bar. A lot of these things can happen.
Yeah, I know. Look, it was definitely worth going down to us. It's good to go out and see these young lads and see what players are knocking on the door.
Yeah, good run out. It sounds like.
Yeah. If there was a few injuries though, like I can see why the man just didn't want it to go to extra time.
It looks like Bossacani done what he was on his hamstring.
Yeah, Bulger.
Serious.
Yeah, Bulger went off with a slight knock. I'd say he'd be okay though.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. Did Ryan go off for the knock, or did he just take him off?
He just took him off, I think.
Yeah, I have a feeling Ryan could start Friday night.
Okay. Hey, did you just say that Bossacani's hamstring? Definitely.
It looked it.
That's what it looked like, yeah.
Fuck's sake, man.
Yeah, so, yeah.
What are we
Yeah,
going to do without him?
I was wondering where you're going with that one.
I'm sorry, I'm taking the piss, but the poor fella, like, you know, he's not getting a bloody look in, and then he gets a look in and he fucking does his hamstring, like, Jesus wept. Nightmare.
Michael Carter made an appearance as well.
Oh, I heard, yeah, brilliant, and he scored his penalty.
Yeah, he took it well. He had a good chance in the game, actually. He took the ball down with a nice touch shot. The keeper just made a good save. But yeah, he's obviously down the pecking order at the minute.
Did he show any signs of somebody who could make his way into the pecking order?
Yeah, there is something there. There is something there, isn't there? Like, he's very, like, his bags of energy when he comes on.
Yeah, and he makes good runs, like.
He does.
Now, the ball didn't get him the whole time, but he seems a bit of intelligence about him anywy.
Yeah, he's like, I mean, he's definitely not a player just comes on and stands there and waits for the ball and throws his arm in the air. He definitely walks. Like his own said, he makes good runs. He's always willing to chase the ball down. There is something there. There is something there, but
he's a big enough lad as well.
He is big, isn't he?
Yeah.
Look, I wonder, is it worth sending him out on loan?
Yeah.
Someone that's the first division just to see. And look, if he does well with them, you'd offer him a new deal or whatever. But
yeah, well, we've talked about him. You would wonder what the plan is, because there has to be some sort of a plan for him. Like, but here, lads, just to talk about the fucking comedy value of the referee or the fourth official, whoever it was, having to ring somebody from the FAI to ask whether this game goes to penalties or extra time. What in the name of God?
Yeah, well, Noah, I'm going to defend the referee here. It wasn't him.
All right, okay.
It was Doherty and the Bray manager.
They didn't want it to go to extra time.
No. So the full amount of injuries, like both teams, the players coming off injured. So I think the both of them said, look, is this not going to penalties? And the ref goes, that's not my call, that's an FAI call or whatever. So Doherty was straight on the end to get him to ring somebody about it.
But surely they should have known beforehand.
Yeah, well, that maybe so. Maybe it should be set in stone.
Of course it should.
You know, but
yeah,
no, it wasn't. Like, I think it was going to extra time, wasn't it, Owen?
yeah, I thought it went straight to penalties, but I think it's obviously not the case.
Yeah.
So, right, yeah, hold on a minute. Before we go any further, so nobody knows, right? Nobody knows, including you two, obviously, because you're just there as punters. But Kev didn't know, the Bray manager didn't know, and the fucking referee didn't know whether the game had to go to extra time before penalties or not. So they had to ring the powers that be and ask, can we not play extra time, please? Let's go straight to penalties. Or what's the crack? Do we have to play extra time or what? Like, was that what happened?
Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds like me with the kids out on the green here. Right, lads, next goal wins. You know what I mean? For fuck's sake.
Yeah, you could be there all night.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, look, as I said, I definitely think, like, both the two linesmen and the referees stood in the centre circle, like, going ready for extra time. So I'd imagine they were told that it's extra time and penalties. So I don't know how the two managers got around it to say, can we just go to penalties, lads? So I'd say the referee goes, well, I don't give a shit if you want to ring somebody, but I'm not making that decision.
Seriously, this is insane hearing you saying that. This just makes a total mockery of this league.
Well, you know what? I think it makes a mockery of the Leinster Senior Cup, because I think it is a shit show.
What is the point?
Yeah, it was the point of it. And I've seen a lad then on about today. Toronto was supposed to play Pats in this in the group stages.
Okay.
And they just never played it.
Just never played it.
No, never played it. Just now, I think the two teams have qualified anyway out of the group, but you still should have. Yeah, they said not to play it.
Oh God! This is
But so
fucking mental.
was the last year the Dundalk got to the final without playing the semi-final?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And fucking Bowes give them a walkover or something.
Yeah, they got like 2 walkovers in a row or something.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a comical fucking show now, in my opinion.
But it is good to get the young lads a game though. That's
It's a friendly.
positive, let's say.
Yeah, but you know what? But don't be better to have it as a pre-season tournament.
Yeah.
Get it done at the start of the season, and you get good pre-season games out of it. So you would.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You know, this fucking bullshit of carrying it on like fucking all the way into the season and not even knowing when the games are going to be, or not knowing if there's penalties or extra time.
Yeah, that's insane. It does. It kind of sounds like a mid-season friendly. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You probably don't.
It was funny though,
need
wasn't it? It was funny last night. And then
Great
what was
mindset
it?
for us getting knocked out as well. Like we could have bet them an extra time. Like
Yeah.
Probably. Us being full time and all, I suppose. But then again, with a load of kids out on the pitch. But yeah, no, I had to laugh at that. I was fucking giggling, going, "What's going on here? This is fucking amateur hour."
Yeah, it was. Now I have to say, it was a good crack below now when it was going on. It was known.
yeah, it was.
Was there
Ken was very calm on the sideline as well.
was there a decent crowd there, lads? Though?
It actually was.
I'd say
It
it
was from Drogheda.
was maybe 100 Drogheda fans.
Oh, no way. People are obviously desperate to get to an away game.
Well, that's I'd imagine like a lot of younger lads, their family and parents and that would have showed up if they knew they were getting the game.
Yeah,
right. It was a good crowd.
Right. Good break crowd there, or they've been doing alright for crowds, haven't they, recently?
That's all of them, like.
Yeah, there wasn't many of them.
Alright, okay. They're sticking to the league games, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Right, look, we'll move on from that to Tolka Park on Friday. We've already said that we're going to have no fans there. So we're going in to play a Shells team that haven't won a game in, I don't think it's 8 games either. They are not exactly fucking setting the world alight. I don't think they're in as probably bad of a crisis as us as far as confidence goes. Well, maybe, I don't know about confidence, but they're not. They don't seem to be as weak at the back as us. They're not conceding the kind of goals that we are, but they're not winning games.
They're not winning now. And it's just actually on their page today on Facebook. I think that I don't think their fans are happy with Joey O'Brien.
No, I think he's on thin ice for the looks of it.
There's a bit of pressure.
Yeah.
Just when you said about goals there, Greg, just looking at the league table, they've conceded the same amount as us.
Is that right?
Fucking hell.
I would never have thought that on. Fucking hell.
Yeah, ourselves, Sligo, Shells have conceded 17.
Wow.
Galway Derry conceded 16. Dundalk conceded 16. Like, it's kind of weird when you look at that. Like,
Are you serious?
yeah.
Jesus, and Crapdown are having the fucking season of a lifetime, and we've conceded one more goal than them, and the same amount of Shells.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, when you delve into the stats, sometimes the stats don't lie, but it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's strange. Like, yeah.
It is, yeah. But I know they've got Paddy Barrett back now, don't they? He was playing last week. Yeah, he played last week.
All right, he's
There, Kareem up front, to make a show of him.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
yeah. He's a big miss for him. I think his organisation and him in the dressing room, even, he's massive for him.
Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, no, as you said earlier on, this is the game to go and get an ugly win, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is this the 6 pointer, Richie?
Well, you know what? Funny enough, now when I was reading the comments earlier, one of the Shells fans said that this is a 6 pointer.
Well, they're right down there with us as far as points goes, aren't they? They're only 2 points ahead of us.
Yeah, well, I think every game now for us is a 6 pointer until we climb that table.
Yeah, definitely. I would agree. And again, not going over old ground, but what a fucking nightmare that we're not going to have any support. This is the night that our team really needed a packed away end to get a bit of atmosphere going and sort of fucking cheer them on, because we know it makes a massive difference. It really does, especially going somewhere like Tolka. It's a hostile place to go and they'll be there on their own. Fuck's sake. It's just bad luck. But look, there's nothing we can do about that. But what are we thinking then Friday night? Starting 11 is a really interesting one, given everything we've talked about so far. Like what? I know, Richie, you're saying you'd like to see them go with, 4-4-2 or 4-5, whatever it is. But, are we going to... I don't think we're going to change the formation Friday night. I'm of that opinion. Owen, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I'd be surprised if he plays, if he changes up formation, to be honest.
Yeah. And if he doesn't, who do we start with? Who's in nets?
I think he'll start Tally again.
I do.
I think he puts Luke back in.
I think he'd look like a bit of a tit if he does that, Richie.
Do you know what? I've seen it happen before. Usually the manager will give the keeper a bit of a fucking wake-up call, a bit of a shake. Like,
One game.
I wouldn't be surprised if he said it to Finn Tally. Look, he said, I'm going to put you in for one match. I want to give him a bit of a wake-up call here, and he'll be back in. I think he puts Luke back in.
Is that not a bit unfair on Tally, considering he didn't do much wrong the other night?
No, he didn't do much wrong, no, but I've seen that happen before with managers, and I've heard it happen as well.
Yeah.
Look, I could be wrong. I could be way off the mark, but I just have a feeling he put Luke back in.
So, basically, like, Dennison's number one, and it was just a bit of a wake-up call.
Yeah. I'd imagine that he didn't say anything to Luke Dennison, he wouldn't broadcast it,
No.
But, no, definitely Finn Tally did nothing wrong the other night.
How was his distribution the other night? How was his kicking?
It was probably better.
Wouldn't be
Yeah,
hard,
I
would
think
it?
it's better. And he actually got some pretty poor back passes as well, and he was able to clear them away to come under pressure.
Have we any kind of knowledge about why there was other lads taking kickouts for Dennison over the last few weeks when he was playing? Had he a bit of a knock-off? We never heard anything about that, did we?
I did hear somebody saying he had a bit of a knee injury, alright.
Okay.
But you'd imagine that would keep him out of the team altogether, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Just don't know.
Kev's interview before the game, he more or less just he was kind of bullshitting, saying, he's not dropped. Tally was just training so well that he deserved to start. Basically, that's what Kev said. That's bullshit. Like, we all know that. He was fucking dropped. Like, he was dropped. There's no getting away from it. You know what I mean? You don't just rest your number one because your number two is playing really well in training. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Tally was starting in Waterford as well.
Yeah, that's right, Owen. Yeah.
Say that again, Owen.
He was due to start in Waterford as well.
Yeah, he was on the team sheet. Yeah.
I actually think that's clever by Doherty there. He's not going to throw him under the bus,
No, of course
He's not going to go publicly and slag him and say, he's out of the team, he's playing shit. So.
Oh, no, I agree, Richie. I'm just saying, it was funny in his interview, the way he had a bit of a smile in his face, and he was like, oh no, Finn played so well in training there that we decided to, we decided to throw him in, he deserved to start. What else was he going to say? It's exactly what he was going to say. He's not that kind of manager that's going to publicly shame a player and drop them under the bus. He just doesn't do that, which I like about him, because that's what we need. What are we saying then? You reckon Dennison could be back in, and you reckon Tally on?
Yeah.
Right. I fucking really can't say here. I don't know. Be a bit worrying for Dennison if he throws Tally back in after Tally conceding 3 goals as well. Dennison will probably thinking, well, here, hold on a minute. What am I doing? Or what's he doing that I'm not doing? Or I'm sure Dennison is fairly self-aware that he just... The defenders just don't seem to be trusting him as much as they did last year. Seems to be a lack of trust with him this year, and his kicking has been shite.
Yeah.
And coming for crosses and, you know, various things that he's supposed to be really good at, he just wasn't doing.
No, definitely wasn't doing it. No.
Making mistakes.
Yeah, we've got punished as well. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting Friday to see what that one works out like.
Yeah, definitely. Like, right, so, and the five at the back will be Keely, Quinn, Bulger again, if Bulger's fit. I know he went off the other night against Bray. And Agbaje and Conor Kane. Or do you think that Cruz might deserve a start? Will he go with that?
Yeah, now, like, I suppose if you go with the team that you think Doherty's going to put out, he's going to put out Agbaje and Kane. If it's the team that I'd like to see, I would like to see Cruz and Kane play as the two fullbacks.
One on each side.
One each side, yeah. And I'd go, obviously, look, Keely, obviously, Quinn, if Bulger's fit, he'd play him. Is Leo Boney back? Any word on him?
I haven't heard anything there.
You know, we don't really hear stuff, don't we? Not?
What was that injury to Boney? Anyone know?
Don't know.
I thought it might have been groin injury, maybe.
Right.
Not 100% though.
Because he looked okay.
Yeah.
When he did
He actually settled in pretty well, I thought, yeah.
Yeah, no, he looked decent to me. I mean, it's a bit of a toss-up between him and Bulger. I wouldn't be, you know, overly disappointed to see either of them start. I don't think there's a hell of a lot of difference between the two of them.
You'd probably go Bulger, a bit more experience within the League of Ireland at the minute.
Yeah, that'd be a bit the height of it. Like,
yeah,
ability-wise, you'd be looking at it going, right, grand. You know, it's pretty much a straight swap.
Yeah.
Right, so look, keep up your back five and midfield. Well, we're going to be limited because obviously we're missing Ethan O'Brien. So, does Ryan Brennan get a start? Is this the place for him, Tolka?
Yeah, I think Ryan starts Friday night.
Boga?
Yeah, I'd say he does, yeah.
What are we judging on his second half against Pats?
I thought he was very good when he came on against Pats the second half. Yeah, he was full of energy. Like just listening to a few people around and talking to one or two people. Like Ryan's not happy sitting on the bench, lads. And why should he be?
Yeah,
he's so much more to offer. And I know what all them lads are the same. All them Brennan lads are the same. Them boys want to play football.
Yeah.
Those street footballers, they just want to play football. And Ryan will want to play. Ryan won't be happy sitting on the bench.
Oh, no, we know that. I don't think that was ever in doubt.
Yeah, Ryan, I know when a few people start the season, just get Ryan out of the team and he'd be a good player to come off the bench. And we probably said it ourselves. But I'd say Ryan's taking the opposite. He goes, no way, lads. Well able to start every match and get into this team.
I mean, there's a debate there whether you want him to start the game and, you know, come off after 60 minutes or is he a good man to bring onto the pitch? But I think it's unfair on him when you're fucking chasing the game, you know, expecting him to come in and change a game. That's a tough thing to ask any player. And I know he's not old, but I mean, he's up into his 30s as a footballer. He's getting to the stage where, you know, 90 minutes as a midfielder, it's fucking going to kill him, like. Running around the pitch like a mad thing. Yeah,
I just think we're missing that type of experience in our end midfield. I think the boys are brilliant. I think Godwin's brilliant. I think O'Brien's brilliant. But I just think we're missing that Ryan Brennan experience in our end of midfield. Yeah. And as you say, just get them on and, right, if you have to give them 60 minutes and then get a bit of fresh legs on, maybe that'd be okay. Yeah. But I just think we need Ryan back in the team.
Yeah, it might be a good call to get him on from the start in Tolka, so just, you know, tighten things up and start the game well. Don't concede, because obviously what we did against Pats, we just don't want to do that again. Yeah. You know, that just a bit of a guile and experience, and I know he loves going. You know, he loves playing against Shells. It might be the game for him. So if we start,
But
Go
just
on,
even
sorry.
just even his organisation and his talking on the pitch.
Yes, his experience, like.
Oh, like you just can't buy that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, good call. So Ryan, Godden, Kavanagh,
yeah,
Farrell.
I'd go Godden and Kavanagh and Ryan.
Right. Gordon, Kavanagh and Ryan. Right, so you 5-3. And then up top, I know both of you were saying that you'd like to see Barry start maybe with Warren
So yeah, what do you think
or,
of?
or Mark Doyle. He'll be back in the team, will he?
Yeah, I'd love to see him get a start, but I'd say, well, again, what Kev will do is he'll probably start Doyle and Davis.
Yeah. Spring Alua and Barry off the bench at some point.
If needs be, yeah.
Right. Someone we haven't mentioned, Bucknor. Is he out? Or what's the crack?
Yeah, I'd say he's still injured.
Was that a bad injury he got or what?
Was that when he fell over the wall at Derry?
No,
I
he's
thought he was
alright
back
after
in
that.
after that, was he not?
I
Was
think
he?
so.
Right. So
This is what happens with Drogheda United. I look at a lot of other League of Ireland pages and, follow social clubs on social media and that, and they get updates about players. There's interviews during the week about this player and that player, and is he fit and is he not fit, and you hear stuff. Drogheda United, we never hear fucking anything.
and I wonder where that's coming from. Like, is that from Doherty? Is that from the club?
I think there's just no set structure there as to like every week we're going to have an update on the injured players. I mean, that's fairly commonplace in football, for fuck's sake. We're not asking for too much information, but just give us, and I know sometimes managers don't know, we're not sure. And I know sometimes managers don't want to say, during the week, to build up to a game a few days before a game, you might not want to say, oh, such and such is back fit. But, like, as I said, listening to League of Ireland podcasts, Off the Ball, fucking, this LOI Weekly, whatever it is, them lads seem to know about certain players. Dan McDonald will always go, oh, I know such and such is injured for Rovers. And you're like, oh, right, I didn't realise that. But the information seems to be out there, but it doesn't seem to be relayed to us as Drogheda United fans. And it hasn't been for years. It's really frustrating.
Yeah, I did often see it around, especially around the Premier League clubs in England. You'd see a player and they'd put a tweet up or whatever, and they'd say, well, he's out for 4 weeks. And then you say, right, he's 4 weeks gone, so that's,
Yeah, I think it makes sense because it's content for the clubs. It's supporters want to know. It stops all the hearsay and all the bullshit being talked behind the scenes. Oh, he's out long term and he's not, and blah blah blah. So I think it would be a good thing for Drogheda to kind of step up and put this information out there and just be a little bit more communicative with the supporters on these things. Maybe I'm nitpicking. Maybe it's a minor gripe, but I'd like to know personally.
Yeah. So
being a nerd.
When did Buckler get injured?
I just looked there. He came. It had to have been in training because he came on against Galway.
Okay.
So.
And did he finish that game?
Finished it, yeah. He probably got injured in training or something. Because Kev mentioned in the press conference, they were saying there's no talk about injuries, but he did mention that there was a couple lads picked up knocks in training.
Right. Yeah, be nice to know these things. So what's the overall thoughts then on Friday, lads? Can we be in any way positive going into this game? Because I don't think I am at all.
You know what, you do try and be positive, don't you? And you say, yeah, we could definitely go get a win here, but I don't know. We need bloody wins. You can't be dealing with any more draws. We have to start getting a couple of 3 points on the board.
Oh, look, I would have said if we were winning our home games, Richie, I'm doing all right at home, going away to Tolka and getting a fucking draw would be great. But at the moment, I agree. Even going and getting a draw it's not the worst thing in the world. And I was going to say stops the rot. And I know Owen, you're going to go, well, there wasn't much of a rot. But, like, but, you know, it does feel like there's a bit of a rot at the minute, regardless of results over the last while. We haven't won a game in 10, boys. That feels like a bit of a rot to me. And, you know, going down there and getting 3 points would be fucking incredible. But even going down there and getting a point wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
It'd be, you'd definitely take the point if it was a good performance as well. And you said, right, geez, we played fucking well tonight and
should have won.
We could have won that one, but we came away with a point. But I just think we're at a stage there, like, we have to start winning games. Like you said, no wins in 10. Like, you know, we have to.
Relegation form.
Yeah, we have to start winning. Simple as. There's no two ways about it.
They're in the same boat, as we said. They haven't won a game. I think it's 8. I could be wrong now. Don't quote me on that. But I think it's 8 since they've won one.
Right, okay.
And their manager's under pressure as well, like.
Yeah, and you know what? And just going back to what we're always saying, like, look at their budget compared to ours.
I know.
You know, and that's what they're doing with
it. This might be a good time to ask this question as well. Like, I mean, if Joey O'Brien is under pressure, and we know why, is Kevin under pressure? I know there is pressure, and he's feeling it, and you can see it in him. And he didn't even do an interview the other night after Pats, which was disappointing. Just because we lose a game, though, I don't think there's an excuse there. He has to come out and speak to the fans and to the general public. I don't think that's acceptable.
Yeah, I definitely think I wouldn't say there's any pressure from the club or anybody behind the scenes. I think Dottie's putting the pressure on himself. I think he's just a natural born winner. I'd say it's killing him at the minute.
You know, you don't feel like there's pressure coming from the supporters as well? Well,
yeah, maybe so. Look, you're always going to get that, unfortunately. But I definitely think the club and everybody who makes them decisions are not putting pressure on them.
I wasn't there, obviously. What happened at the end of the game the other night?
I didn't actually see the incident myself, just again heard that a drop of the fan not confronted but started shouting abuse at Kevin. What was said, I don't know. So
on the cross lanes? On the clubhouse side or the cross lanes?
Cross lane side, I think,
Yeah.
Right, somebody in the stand.
Yeah, it was fairly heated there, so I didn't hear what was said either, but you could see a little finger pointing, and then as the fan was walking away, Doherty was walking down with him. On the pitch, like, he wouldn't let it go.
Right.
He was fairly riled up now, he was.
Yeah, I heard he was fucking raging, whatever was said, but that's obviously the reason then he didn't, well, I'm surmising, but I would imagine that's the reason he didn't come out and do an interview. His fucking blood was boiling. Well, if he didn't do the interview, Dara should have done it.
Yeah, and I'd imagine somebody has to do it. I'm sure it's a rule, is it, Owen?
Oh, it is. It's in the licensing agreement that you have to do it.
You have to be available for media duties,
Yeah. But you know what, and I can see, look, and I'm sure Donny would back in after and said, maybe I shouldn't have done that, but you can see how much the man cares, lads. Like, he's fucking one of us, isn't he? Like, he's hurting as much as we are watching this at the minute.
But he's more frustrated than we are.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're doing all the work all the week on the train, and then they're going to see they're going to shit on the pitch. But I don't mind that passion, lads. I don't mind that. I actually like managers like that.
So do I, right? And I'm not disagreeing with anything either of you just said, but I do feel like we are at a bit of a crossroads with Kevin. The fact that, like, he's I say universally loved. The vast majority of people in that football club absolutely love him as a human being. He's a really decent fella. Like, I don't know him personally, obviously, but just as a football manager, and he says all the right things and does all the right things and just comes across as a really likeable man in interviews, and he's class, like. I really like him. He's one of my favourite managers that we've ever had. on a personal kind of level. Again, I don't know him personally, but you know what I'm saying. But it's like, is he uncriticisable, if that's a word? Because, you know, there's people giving him shit online, fella giving him a good roar the other night, loads of people reacting to your man then and calling your man a fucking dickhead and an asshole, you shouldn't have done that and this, that and the other. Like, I'm not one for going to games if you're pissed off at the manager fucking hurling a load of dogs, abuse at the man, personal abuse, if that's what the person did. I don't know what he did, but, you know, he's not, he has to be, he has to be open to criticism. And I'm sure he is, if the criticism is warranted. And at this point in the season, you know, no, as I said, at the Pats game, no win and 9 at that point. There's criticism going to come when you don't win games, and then when you surrender a fucking 2-0 lead at a game, and you know we've made a royal hash of things up to this point. We've been good, as Owen said. We've been good at times. We've got a couple of good results, and there's a couple of good performances in there. But on the whole, it hasn't been great. A lot of it's probably not his fault if it's coming from the outside circumstances that were totally out of his control. The incident up in Craptown, the incident with Joanna, his own fucking little interview that wasn't meant to go out on air, that went out on air. That maybe you can say that was his fault, but it wasn't. Everyone jokes and says things they shouldn't say off camera. Every manager does it every single week. We all know that. You have a laugh and you go, who's that cunt, and blah, 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 blah. We all know that. But circumstances are kind of like, it's a bit of a pressure cooker for him, I would imagine, at the moment, because there's a shit ton of pressure there. I'm sure, as you said, Richie, the man just wants to win. He wants to be successful, and I'm sure there's no pressure coming from the outside that touches what kind of pressure he's putting on himself. He lives and breathes it. Like, he's 24 hours a day, and he tells you that he doesn't even get holidays. I'd say he drives his poor wife and kids mad because he's obsessed, which is amazing. And I think that's why we all love him. That's why he's a very endearing character and all that. But, you know, you've 99% of the fan base online now. I'm judging a lot of this on online. And 99% of the people that are stood around us are supportive of him and supportive of where we want to go with him, and no one's talking about, you know, he needs to go. There's always one or two, and you'll get one or two people online that fucking saying, right, enough's enough. I have noticed it increasing. I have noticed one or two bodies that will pile into a chat on Facebook or wherever online. You know, like, and they're entitled to that opinion too. But if we continue, and I don't want to be fucking doom and gloom here, but if we continue down the road that we're on at the moment, where things don't turn around, it's going to be very, very interesting how the majority of us, and I say us because I'm included in that, you know, how the majority of us react.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, I'm sure he is open to being criticised. I mean, like, I think every manager, it's part of the job, isn't it? And he's no different, but it has to be fair, I think. Now, I don't know what the fan said the other night. Nobody knows, like, unless you're standing beside them. So it's very hard to comment on it. But I think he's one of the best managers in the league, and what he's done for us on a bloody shit budget. Let's be honest, lads, a shit budget for the last fucking couple of seasons. And what he's done for us, like, he's enough credit in the bank, lads. Like, give him more money, give him a bigger budget. Give him more, and let's see what he does. Like, if it's the same budget Derry had at Shells or Rovers, and he wasn't producing, I'd say, right, fair enough, right, okay, something has to change here. But he really is walking on a shoestring, lads, compared to other clubs. Let's be honest about it.
Yeah, there's no getting away from that. Owen, have you any thoughts on that?
Yeah, like, every manager should be able to accept criticism, but it's where you cross the line on it. Like, we, again, don't know what was said. I've heard stuff that's been over the line, directed at our own players before, throughout the years and stuff, but yeah, there's just a lot of, Kev is frustrated, we're frustrated. Well, yeah, I know there's a few people booing the team as well. It's not a thing that I do personally, but it's just something I've never done. I don't agree with it, but look,
Counterproductive. Like, what's the fucking point in doing them at half time and, you know, making things worse in the dressing room? Like, you fucking applaud them. I just don't do that. And at the end of the game, if I'm really pissed off with the players or pissed off with Kevin, I just fucking stand there. I just don't applaud or I don't boo. I just walk away with my head down because I'm that annoyed.
Yeah. Well, as well, lads, at the minute, like everybody's looking at that. Like, the players are letting them down, lads.
Yeah.
Like, it's the players' job to go and produce on the pitch. Like, I'm sure Doherty and Darragh Doyle bloody do everything possible all week long between tactics and giving them as much information as they need. At the end of the day, them two can't play the game. It's up to the players, you know. But I'm going to go back to it again, like, and it might sound like a broken record, but it's all about fucking budgets in this league, lads. And he's never had a good budget to work with. Never. So,
he's getting better budgets, but it's a low bar he's starting off from here.
It is, but like every other club in this league have increased their budget this year. Like Dundalk are death's door, and I think they've still a bigger budget than us.
Yeah, that's still amazing.
Yeah, well, maybe that's a different fucking can of worms altogether.
I'd say watch this space with them, I think.
Hopefully. But like, Bowes have invested, Romas, Derry, they've all shelled, they've all brought in bigger budgets and brought in more players. There's Doherty still fucking walking off a shoestring.
Yeah, look, and I know I even hate saying it out loud, but we have the smallest fan base in the Premier League, like.
Yeah, well, we have to make up for somewhere else then.
But you know what I'm saying here, like, Shells can increase their capacity to 6,500 now, opening this new stand. Rovers is nearly 10,000. Bowes is 4,500, 5,000. It's nearly twice what ours is, you know, and they sell out every single game. So they're starting off on a higher pedestal every single year, purely down to the fact that they can get more supporters in the gate. We're at capacity every week. There's nothing else we can do. Unless, as you're saying, Travella want to step in and just pump more money into it. And then we're getting into a situation where do we want that? Do we want loads more money pumped into it?
No, definitely. I'm definitely not saying pump a load of money into it and just, like, boy, if you do want to compete in this league and if you do want to push for a European spot is what, like, how is these owners going to make money from Drogheda United?
I don't know. That's a question for another day. Like, fuck me.
It is, like, to me, like, they're probably looking at just 3 spots in European football in a 10-team league. Like, yeah, we're nowhere near that on the budget that we have. So if they want to get into a European spot, you need to increase the budget. It's simple as that.
Yeah, but Richie, like, even like when you're talking about European money, unless you're, you know, getting into the group stages every year, like, you're not, like, even if we qualify for Europe, we're not gonna hardly make any money out of it in comparison to what they've pumped in. Like, in the last couple of years, you're talking a couple of million, or how many million have they pumped in already?
Yeah, but like, I suppose the way European football's gone now, there's now 3 tiers of European football. So you have the Conference League.
Yeah.
So if you make the conference group stages, you're guaranteed a lot of games. So, like, I know, we're probably going down a bit of a tunnel here, but I don't know where they think they're going to make their money from, unless you go for European football.
Yeah, but like, they've kind of even said it themselves. Like, they're coming into this as philanthropists. They're you know, socially minded and, you know, investing money into the community, and it's not all about making the money back, because there's no way they're going to make the money back.
Well, look, if that's the way they're going, that's the way they're going. If they're not there to make money, then fair enough. But they can't be complaining. Yeah, they can't be complaining if you're sitting there at the bottom of the table, though, when you've got another 7 or 8 teams on probably twice the budget that you're putting in. It just doesn't. And as you said already, we don't have the fan base. We don't have the 6,000 or 7,000 fans every week. coming in?
I think potentially that if we do get that new stadium, that we will. Like, I mean, the town is massive, and like, there's a big population, around the place, and there's an appetite for football and stuff. But until that point comes, it's very interesting because do they up the budget, qualify for Europe? Still don't think they're going to make the money back, even if we do qualify for Europe. But they still need to keep the interest there. We can't be getting into relegation scraps until we get into the new stadium, because that's just going to that's bad for everybody. Bad for morale, bad for Kevin, bad for the support, bad for everyone.
Yeah. So you reckon it's all gung ho for the new stadium?
Yeah.
And get bums in the seats?
Yeah. Whatever that's going to be, 5,000, 6,000, whatever that's going to be, then you're competitive just from your ticket sales alone.
Yeah, I know what, I'd be all for that, Greg. I'd love if that's the way it's going to go. I'd love that. But at the minute now, definitely, but look, maybe we just need to keep our heads above water now until this next transfer window. Hopefully we get one or two more in.
Yeah, look, I think we've gone probably way over time, lads, but we'll leave it at that. I'll get the usual predictions for Friday. Owen, we'll start with you.
No, 1-1.
1-1. Richie?
Yeah. I have to try and stay positive, don't I? Yeah, look, I think 1-1 as well. That's as positive as it can go.
I thought you were going to say 5-0 draw there for a second.
It'll happen someday.
Yeah, I will. Get another Sligo 7-0 job. I'm going to go with a 2-1 draw.
Oh, that's positive.
That's about as positive as I can be, ever. So, yeah, look, 2-1. We won't be there, obviously, but fingers crossed, and I will talk to you next week.
Yeah, sounds good, lads.
See you then.
Alrighty, talk to you. Cheers.
All right, guys.
Bye-bye.
Less than 20